Hello, Gary. This is Hank. You can tell because I look like me, and this is on my channel. So I'm not faking you. So I saw your video, saw your tweet, and I figured I would respond. Even though video response, which is what you wanted, it's going to be harder for you to use. I feel like it's harder to transcribe, and I'm not going to be as eloquent when I'm talking. So when we started the project, I wrote these questions down. Did we foresee or even want any of this stuff to happen? No, we wanted something to happen. Like, we wanted people to watch it. We didn't know that there were going to be a lot of people watching it. That was a surprise. I'm turning up my mic here. Because it's not... Okay, is that better? All right. So no, but we wanted something to happen. We didn't know anything about online video, though, so we didn't even know what could happen. We had no idea that this whatever this is, was possible, because it had not been done before. So that's been one of the interesting things about doing this, is that it's we're creating it as we go. So we don't know what we're doing. There's no business model. There's no community model. There's no other people that we can sort of go to and be like, how did you do this? Though certainly now there's more of that. There's more like looking to peers and understanding what other people are doing and being excited about that. So what else? If we could change anything about the outcome, I don't know that I'd change anything. I'm really happy with who our audience is. I'm really happy with the kind of people that we get to interact with. I'm really happy with the place that we occupy on YouTube. I don't like, we're sort of like, we're in the big chunk, but we're certainly not by any means the top of what's going on here. Which is kind of nice to not have all the pressure of that. And I'm happy that we get to talk about interesting and like informational and educational stuff, and I'm happy that I can just like be myself largely, without having to make characters or be completely crazy. Though obviously I don't talk like even this loud in a normal situation, but yeah, I am me. I can't like abandon our brand because our brand is us, and it's hard to not be yourself. But so yeah, I'm really happy with how things have turned out, and I don't think that maybe there could have been a better way for it to happen, but it doesn't seem like it to me. What are the most positive aspects of the YouTube community? I like that it sort of is a sandbox where anybody can do anything. Very exciting that, you know, anyone can put their content on YouTube, and you know, sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's horrible, and sometimes it's you know, content specifically for a very small audience, and sometimes it's content for everyone, and that's just not something that's possible in traditional entertainment or traditional media. So that's freaking amazing, and also that it's this the entertainment has become an experience that is a two-way experience, so it's an active experience. A lot of people talk about how YouTube is, or online video is going to go to the television, and there's going to blend, and they're going to be one thing in the future, which I just think is ridiculous. So because online video is a completely different thing. It's a completely different kind of media where you are active. I'm sitting in a desk chair. I have a way of interacting directly in front of me. I've got my keyboard. I've got my mouse. I can click away immediately if I'm not interested in it. I can interact with it. I can go as deep with it as I want to. And so that's what I think is the coolest thing about online video, is that it's a kind of media that could not ever have existed before, and you know, it's sort of like it's an extension of like that was the case with the blogosphere, and with print media has been doing this, but this is an extension into video that I think is really exciting, and is a completely unpioneered space, and so it's very cool to be in it. As far as negative stuff goes, I mean, with any like opening up of things, what you get is you get a lot more people making less money, and like people, it's easier to find content that like really agrees with your point of view. So you find these little like knots of people who are crazy but reinforcing each other's crazy. So that's something that has sort of come along with the internet. Also, in general, what happened with print media, and what I don't want to, even though this isn't as big a deal with video media, because video media Anyway, I will explain first. With print media, what happened is the blogosphere came in and they were like, we'll do the content, we'll make great content, and it'll be free. And all the newspapers just, which is bad because good reportage is expensive and it's important, and it disappeared. And with video, that's not as big of a deal because there isn't really very much good video content in the world. I mean, like, not good. There's lots of good, but not like necessary. You know, not like sort of like we need this in order for society to function. Video content. And so I'm a little bit worried about like the effects that online video could have on the traditional entertainment industry and whether we end up like hurting that industry, but not really, because it's television. It's not like it's got a lot of like, it's culturally important, but it's not, you know, if it disappears, it's not like having investigative journalism disappear. So, and what's the most rewarding part? I think the most rewarding part is having really awesome people who think that I am awesome and will do awesome things for me or with me or to me. That will only make sense to some people in the Nerdfighter community. But so, or at least to moving GIF images of me. And yeah, so it's that people think that I'm cool enough to like make my community and my content a bigger and more important thing than it could ever be if it was just me. So that's the answer to that question, definitely. And that's important. The fact that like this job is rewarding keeps me motivated. And obviously there's no one here to tell me to do this, to like make good content all the time, except for the people who I feel obligated to in our community. So that's how I feel. Thank you for your questions, and I hope that this was helpful. And tell your teacher you kick ass. Okay, goodbye.